Boys and girls, here with K Migs and Code, and this took longer than it was supposed to, so we're gonna get it going. Um, yeah, rookie draft do over. So we're 5-ish, 6, going on to week 6. So we wanted to talk about the if the draft do over started again, or if the draft started today, what would have happened versus what originally happened. Thought it was a bit of a fun topic, and that's kind of where we are gonna start this one. So. We're not taking the teams into account that are taking the picks. We're just saying, what the order was in our league, and because it stayed fairly consistent, and if it happened again today, what that would look like. So, here with K Migs and Code. Hello.
Hello. Good to be here. Good to have the gang back together.
Yeah. Trophy
Dan,
behind me.
Dan, if you're out there, we're thinking of you, Dan.
Less than 60 seconds in. K Migs with the Dan. I got your trophy here. I know we were just talking about it. I swear to God, I'm going to send it. I'll send it this week. I swear. Pinky swear. I don't know how. Just Pinky swear me through the camera. I swear it's coming this week. Yeah. So here is the original draft order for our league, and we didn't really discuss how we were going to do this. Do we want to collaboratively pick? We'll say 2 out of 3 votes to pick who goes where. Is what we'll say. Like if I'm like, I think it should be Odunze, and Code says, I think it should be McCarthy, then K makes as a deciding vote as opposed to a boring ass round robin.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, 101, Bo Nix, right? K Migs?
It's I was gonna say Stetson Bennett, but we can go with Bo Nix.
I mean, I know Jaden Daniels is balling right now. I still wouldn't fault anyone for taking Caleb. Caleb, I feel like he's getting better week to week.
Yeah, this last week was really good. But if we're talking right now,
number one, isn't Daniels like the number one dynasty quarterback?
Which is probably the number one dynasty player. I don't know. I'm good with Daniels or Williams here. Part of me thinks Daniels just because of how good it's been, and we're thinking for right now. If it was today. Not if it was at the end of the season or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I bet you Jaden Daniels is going higher in start. I don't know if there are startups right now, but I would assume Jaden Daniels is going top 5, whereas Caleb's going like start around 2. So I would think Jaden Daniels. That would be I'll officially vote Jaden Daniels, and it's not necessarily what I would pick. But I think Jaden Daniels 101. What do you guys think?
I think. Yeah, I'll lean more Daniels because of the rushing upside for fantasy and like how they look. Yeah, Caleb's looked better the more games they've played, but I feel like today Jaden's probably the guy. He's not QB1 in Dynasty, but he's definitely the 101.
Yeah,
Caleb's definitely 102.
Yeah, if we're going Daniels at 101, it's Caleb at 102, right? I don't think there's. I mean, you could try to argue for Malik Neighbors, right? But it's got to be Caleb at 102. I
think we're all kind of on the same page. Caleb 102.
Yeah.
Neighbors 103 for sure.
I think Neighbors stays at 103 as well.
Yeah,
how much
the numbers he was putting up and the volume he was getting, that's like insane.
And it's not going to stay that way forever, obviously, but.
Here's where I have a bold take, though. I think Thomas Jr. is a fucking stud. And I think, based on where we are right now, I mean, again, I wouldn't fault anybody for taking May. And this is like recency bias because we've actually seen the other guys play for the most part outside of like McCarthy, Brooks. Definitely see Thomas going higher than 9. Would we put him as high as like 4 or 5?
I mean, he should be right there with Odunze wherever Odunze goes, because clear one in the offense, whereas like Odunze is battling with Moore and Allen.
I think that May goes down. I like McCarthy where he is.
Yeah.
What worries me about May though too, and again we haven't seen him yet. But that offensive line looks absolutely brutal.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I don't think May's going to fix the problems up in New England. I think this is...
I don't get why they start him against Houston when the Dolphins just came into town. It's like the Dolphins were clearly easier matchup. Now Houston's coming in. we start him against Houston, which has a good defense. I don't really get that, but
Well, you heard that their locker room is like in revolt apparently right now. Like it's a torn,
is it?
yeah, it's like
Wow.
a torn locker room between Brissett and May, and like half the locker room is like rallying around May and all that shit. That doesn't sound good, which sucks because I hope Gerard Mayo can figure that out.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be that way when you take a rookie like that. I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know unless he does some CJ
And I
Stroud
know,
type
and here's
shit.
another thing though. We knew people took May in the top 5. Right? Even when he was taken, wasn't there a good chance, or maybe people didn't
They
know?
had
I
Brissett,
thought there was a
yeah,
good chance that Brissett was going to be start. Like there was really always that talk of him sitting, or maybe that was after he was. But yeah,
Yeah.
after he was drafted, right? There was that talk. Like
yeah.
people knew taking him that he might not start immediately.
Yeah.
I could go either way. I could go with him staying there, or I could go actually dropping him 2 spots and it going like Odunze and then Thomas Jr.
Well, we're also skipping over Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison is
Oh
still
yeah,
on the board, so
Oh wow, we completely forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
I don't think.
completely. Yeah, I wouldn't put Marv lower than 4. I don't care if he's having a slow start. I would put Marv at
I
4.
think Marvin at 4 would be my thing.
Yeah, I agree with Marvin at 4.
So let's
Honestly, I
do
think
that.
Marvin at 4, and then like K-Mix was saying, BTJ. I'd go BTJ over Odunze for fantasy
I would too.
right now.
Yeah, I feel like if there was a do-over, there'd be a huge run of receivers before people
Right.
then dip into like May and McCarthy.
So
Yeah.
let me update. So BTJ, Dunze.
Then May and McCarthy.
I think May and McCarthy go here. So which one do you like more? Do you like McCarthy who showed flashes but had a season-ending injury, or do you like? Oh look, my water bottle. Hold on, please hold.
Did McCarthy show flashes? What are we talking about? Like preseason?
He looked good in preseason, but I mean the way
Yeah,
He
Darnold's
did.
looked, I don't know.
I liked what I saw from him in preseason. There were a couple like weird throws, but he had a couple where he ripped it, and it looked good.
I
Yeah.
always liked Drake.
Mm,
I think I always liked May more than McCarthy anyway, so I'd
Yeah.
go May McCarthy personally.
The only the and I'm good with May over McCarthy. The only reason I would hesitate and is because of the success that we've seen Sam Darnold have in that system
Yeah.
and the failures that we've seen Brissett have in their system. I think they're two completely different beasts, right? Um, but
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I would have is they're making Darnold look good and Brissett looks like shit.
I think
Yeah.
May's talented, and I'd like to think that they knew drafting a rookie quarterback. They weren't ready. I mean, they've got out. I assume they're going to invest in the O line this offseason.
Yeah,
Right?
like
Yeah.
this is a dynasty thing. Yeah, and they're both not really anything until next season. So what do we think? We think May at 7 and McCarthy at 8. Is that kind of what we're thinking, or
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna go May 7, then McCarthy. Just because like I know that like McCarthy's the future, but like Darnold's come in there and look like that. There is a world where Darnold could start next year.
yeah?
I mean, it's possible.
Is there?
All right, so
Well,
here's a
won't go
question
there
for
yet.
you all: Has Knicks done enough? Do you think, or he would have
To
gone
jump up here?
sooner than 113?
Uh, I don't know about that. I don't. I mean, well, you guys fucking know me.
Bowers is insane.
Quarterbacks over. That's where I'm at. Is I think Bowers.
Yeah.
But you guys know how I am when it comes to
I was
super
jumping
flexing
ahead. I don't think
quarterbacks.
Knicks would go. I don't think Knicks would go before Bowers. Bowers looks like.
Bowers looks like yeah. That's who
Yeah,
I would
we're-
say next personally is Bowers.
We're at 109.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
then
Bowers
would you take
spot.
Worthy? Would you take Worthy over Bowers? I would. I don't think that I would. I think Worthy's a gadget guy.
Just remember, at the beginning of the year, Marquise Brown was healthy, Rice was healthy. So yeah, I wouldn't take Worthy over Bowers.
So we're doing Bowers at 109
Yeah, I don't even think you need tight end premium for him
to be that
awesome.
dude.
Now it's also interesting. Adams has been out the last couple weeks, right? When Bowers, I
Right.
mean, like,
Right,
you know,
right.
what does that target share look like when or if they actually find a legitimate wide receiver one? But yeah,
Yeah.
Bowers is.
Because Myers is good, but he's not an alpha.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
trying to
Aiden
look at
O'Connell's
other any
starting now.
players are missing. Ricky
Aiden
Pearsall.
O'Connell, who actually doesn't he love your boy Jacoby?
He loves Myers,
I think he likes
but
Trey Tucker too.
yeah, I mean the Trey Tucker is actually kind of nice, but I think Devontae being gone just makes Bowers even more appealing
Let me do this as well for the.
because their wide receivers are nothing to like write home about. They're fine, you know.
But,
But we're doing the second round too.
No. I just want to put people who were notable second round players that could be in consideration for the back half of.
Okay.
This. I don't think Trey Benson or Ricky Pearsall make this list.
Penix, Michael Penix, Keon Coleman. I mean, there's not a whole lot.
I don't think Adonai Mitchell makes that list.
No.
Braylon
Blake
Allen.
Corum,
He was like a Braylon Allen.
Could see Braylon Allen.
Bucky Irving.
Where did he go?
Earlier, I think Bucky Irving went in like the third, Bucky Irving looks good. Tyrone Tracy had only one game so far where he was like the guy. He looked good. Would he have gone in the second?
Yeah, he went like 409 in the draft. So yeah, his stock would have bumped up at least to like a third.
Who is it? Sorry, I missed it.
Tyrone Tracy.
He probably went in the fourth.
Yeah.
When did McMillan go? Because I know McMillan's wide receiver 3 there, but man, when he was he looks like
he went in the third.
A good receiver. I think the hardest part for him though is what happens. Do they re-sign Godwin? I mean,
yeah. So those are notable ones. I don't know how many of these. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't just picking from this list right here. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah.
So other notable players who have kind of done well so far. Notable others. I'll let it say that. That's not racist, right? There we go.
Trying to think of random guys like I don't know, Whittington, Ben Sinot went in like the second in a lot of leagues, and he's
done nothing.
Ricky Pearsall went in the second in a lot of leagues,
but he hasn't done anything just yet because I'm glad he's fine after getting shot. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking Robinson.
San Francisco, yeah. So all right, so after Bowers, so the only person for reference that was picked that is not in our list now is Jonathan Brooks. So we're between Jonathan Brooks, Xavier Worthy, Lad McConkey, Bone Nix for our original firsts, and then you've got these other guys over here.
Value quarterbacks and Superflex. I think for me, I think Nix is looking. I mean, dude, aren't the Broncos like 3-2?
On the back of their defense, but yes, their defense is really good. But yeah,
defense is incredible. But I mean, he's made some good throws. I don't know if he's going to be. I have no idea what his trajectory is, but I don't know.
But yeah, it's a starting quarterback in Superflex picked by this organization.
Can he put up 15 points a week in fantasy? Yes. So
yeah, and 27 last week against the Raiders, 20 against the Bucs.
Raiders. Yeah,
I was thinking Bo Nix or McConkey, but yeah, I don't think Bo Nix gets past this spot. My thing
with Worthy is like. I think he is electric, but I just don't know what I mean, Juju comes in there this week and gets like how many targets? Like
10 targets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Worthy's role is going to be in there. I hope. I mean, I traded for him in one league. Like, I hope he becomes a guy there.
He'll always be a deep threat with the speed, but.
Yeah. I like Ladd a lot. I really do like Ladd a lot. I don't know how wide receiver friendly that offense. It hasn't been super wide receiver friendly so far.
The good news is it's him and QJ. Everybody was hyping up what's his face,
and he's a way better receiver
Palmer.
than QJ.
Yeah, I agree. And everybody was hyping up Palmer, but there was no way. You know what I mean?
I thought Palmer was going to be like a legitimate wide receiver this year.
I think, but the reason I think that happened though is I think people were thinking he would be just simply because of the opportunity, and they didn't go after anybody else. Whereas McConkey has easily taken kind of a starter spot there.
Yeah.
Run a lot though. McConkey's a good run blocker.
Yeah. So
Well, he's on the field. He's on the field for passing downs too. Then.
So here's the fun question then. As we linger on 110 here, is I think personally that Bo Nix is probably the right answer, but I'd be so comfortable saying that you could go out on the trade market and sell Xavier Worthy for more than you could sell Bo Nix for. So does that mean that Xavier Worthy is the right answer? Or does that mean that people are dumb? or both? Or both?
I think it might be the latter. Yeah.
People see fast first wide receiver on Kansas City. I mean, remember, wasn't Sky Moore like netting good returns in trades like 2 years ago?
He's like a second round pick. Yeah, and he's just dead now.
Not dead. He's on my taxi squad.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to vote Xavier. I think I'm going to vote Xavier Worthy, even though I think the right answer is probably Bo Nix. All right, looks like you're a deciding factor, K-Migs.
I'm gonna stick with Nix. I don't think Nix can pass up here.
K-Migs is going to curveball it and say McConkey.
No, I'll go with Nix. I'm just thinking about, would I draft Ladd or Xavier? I don't know. And then I'm also thinking about Jonathan Brooks. Like, we all knew Brooks was hurt coming in this year. That's no surprise.
Yeah.
His average draft position was definitely end of the first, right? It was around like 110, 112.
It was tough. If you were a running back needy team, you were snagging him, 108 and 107 because you needed him, and he was supposed to be back by training camp. But sitting here today, we know he's not back. So they haven't opened his practice window yet. So let's say they open his practice window after week 6. Yeah. They open his practice window.
You see how good Hubbard looks in that offense, right?
Right.
But probably get you excited about seeing Brooks in that offense eventually.
Well, that makes me think that they're not going to rush him back. Like, I think that they'll open his practice window in a week or two, have him practice for 2-3 weeks. They've got a late bye this year. Their bye is week 11. I'm looking at Adam Thielen on my screen. Bye is week 11. So he comes back in time for like the last couple games to work back in. And then he's just supposed to come in and take Chuba Hubbard's job. I don't think so. I think that he could work into a complementary role.
It's not a play for this year anyways, right?
Right.
So, like, we got to remember that this isn't like this isn't
for now
a redraft.
Right,
It's
right.
From a dynasty perspective, I still think Brooks has solid value. I would probably still go with Worthy though at 11.
He's just for funsies, he's a Chuba Hubbard's an unrestricted free agent after this year. So I mean, I pay attention to that stuff a little bit, not a lot, but enough that you could say, well, they drafted him for next year, then maybe. So for me, I feel like we're between these last 3 are probably the 3 that are still on the board from from the first round. Personally, I think you could mix Penix in there.
If you want. No one's gonna fault you for it if you need the QB.
I still think Penix goes early too, though.
I think I would go Worthy, McConkey, Penix is what I would do.
Because here's the thing: if Cousins plays well, he's gonna play for another year.
Yeah,
Penix was always a long-term play. I won't draft somebody in the first round thinking I'm gonna have to sit them for like 2 years.
Yeah.
That depends on your situation, though. Like that's a perfect piece.
An average situation, let's just say average, would not take Penix in the first round, knowing that he's going to sit.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's fair, but I just think that you see, like so coming into the season, people would have taken Young over Penix, people would have taken Levis over Penix, and I ended up. So, for example, another league I flipped Will Levis for the pick that became Penix. And for me, in my head, and my team is complete dog shit, like 10 first-round picks next year, dog shit, and nothing on the team. So Penix will not depreciate in value, I don't think. I think 2 years from now, you can flip Penix for a first if you wanted to, whereas these other guys can depreciate in value.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Worthy and McConkey, however we want to do it, but I'll plant the flag of Panics at 13, personally.
Yeah. Me personally, I think I'd prefer McConkey over Worthy, but it's very close. Like I either or, you know what I mean? Like
The reason why I could go McConkey over Worthy is, again, not a pass first offense, but he's the wide receiver one there. I don't care that QJ's had however many touchdowns. McConkey's
yeah.
a receiver. He's a wide receiver one. Worthy
Yeah, is a gadget.
is he a wide receiver one, or is he going to just be like a gadget guy that gets 4 touches? Any touch could turn into a touchdown.
Yeah.
More of a dart throw. McConkey, I feel like, is more of a sure thing. So yeah, I'd go McConkey here, and then probably follow it up with Worthy because of the upside.
Yeah, I mean, I think Worthy's a first rounder. So I'm good with this, and then it becomes the who goes last here.
The 113.
You're saying? Oh, we still haven't fucking put Brooks on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I would
still
say
over Brooks.
I think Brooks can slide into that 12 or 13 spot, and I wouldn't fault anybody for that. Again, I don't think Brooks's value changes, even with like Hubbard looking good.
I don't think I'd take him over Worthy though. I know it's a bit of an unknown type thing, but I feel like Worthy is the wide receiver. God forbid, people are gonna get offended by this. I think Worthy's the wide receiver version of A-Chain, except for A-Chain's actually getting the touches consistently. But he's the type of dude that could take it to the house whenever. But he's only getting 4 touches a game.
Right. And are you going to start that and risk it? Yeah. So.
I think so. I feel like I would rather start that and risk it over Jonathan Brooks in a timeshare with Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, on the Panthers. Yeah.
Yeah, on the Panthers, that's key. Yeah.
Right. With Bryce Young leading the attack.
Right.
Yeah, I'd take the piece, even if he's a gadget guy in the better offense.
Yeah.
I think that's why Jamison Williams carries a good amount of value too, because he's not going to get Amon-Ra type targets. But look at the offense he's in. They scheme him up, and he can take something to the house, and he only gets he could go some games with only 3 targets, 4 targets.
Yeah, but if he takes that 170 yards to the house, who gives a shit?
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah.
Not that I have any bias though. I am trying to move him though, if anybody's interested.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, it's hard, man. This year has been tough.
With the trades, it really has.
Trades.
The lines are drawn, I think, is really what it is. There's so many teams who are like, this is what I'm doing, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think it'll get spicier as we really start to see.
Well, the hard part for me is the most active trade people that I find. Not that you guys, it's within my division. And that's the last thing, and it's just Bull, Cam, they don't send bad offers. It's just dude, I'm not trying to I don't want to regret anything I'm about to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's think about interdivision trades. It doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
Because what are you trying to do? Trade a stud to a team that you're gonna have to now get past?
It happens more than I would. It happens more than I would think that it happens, but it doesn't happen often. I really thought it was going to be a thing where people were like, "I'm not fucking trading with you." But yeah, when it does happen, it's pulling teeth.
I feel like Rick and I have made some decent deals that are beneficial to both of us. But yeah, I was kind of annoyed when Blind and I got when we started this league and we were both in the same division because I'm like, damn it, I'm never going to be able to trade with Blind now.
Yeah, pretty much.
We did a one-time trade.
Rick's in a little bit of a different situation, though. I mean, I don't think his team's terrible, but worried about him being a contender. I don't know. Whereas trading with Bolt and Cam, even
yeah,
Flynn, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah,
Flynn's on the up and up, bro.
Amazing. Yeah. Realignment can't come quicker.
Anyway, so this last spot. Yeah, this last spot. What do we want to do?
Brooks,
I mean,
Brooks.
I think the upside's too good to pass up. Even if Chuba's good,
the only thing I'll play devil's advocate about though is if Brooks goes at 113. If you watch Bucks games and feel like Cam does the most because he's a Rashad White pseudo truther. I know he's I'm kidding there. Irving looks. I mean, I know he had that fumble last week.
So much better.
Irving looks.
Yeah,
I know it sounds like I'm just plugging my guys, but I mean, Irving looks way better at running back, and like it's
Yeah.
a good offense to be a good
Yeah,
running back.
Bucks are a playoff team.
You wouldn't go 113. I'm just like kind of playing
No,
devil's
no, no.
advocate. Like,
For me, it
whereas
would go
Corum
then.
is it like everybody
Penix.
was high on Corum. He's not even getting opportunities.
He
Right.
finally did last
Yeah.
week. I can finally
Yeah.
get rid of
He
all my
did.
Ronnie
Didn't
Rivers
they run him
shows.
out on the second drive? He was their running back. Like maybe that's signs of things that come out. You know, I don't know. He looked decent though. I think he had like 5 for 25 or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Bucky and Braylon Allen came in there and right away.
Allen too, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Allen was like out rushing Brees for like a period of time, and then the offensive line just stopped run blocking, and Rodgers threw 50 times.
Yeah. So this, not that we're going into the second round now because I have to go to sleep, but the second round I think would have a lot of movement.
A lot, yeah. I think it's kind of funny. The first round is everybody that we already picked, but the second round I think could be an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
Maybe we do a. If we can't come up with a good idea for Athene, we come back and do a round 2 at some point in time.
But round 4.
4 rounds, yeah.
Yeah.
No, just round 4.
Just round 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal. I don't want to delay this any longer. I'm just gonna screen share this instead. Did you see this trade in Dynasty Degenerates that Casey's is working on? For those of you, half of us know Team Casey team. Look at this fucking deal.
What happened?
That
What happened? Yeah.
trying to scheme up. I'll put it on the stream and then I'll read it aloud for all of you playing along at home. It's not that one. It's
is this what he just put in this chat? Like Jaden Daniels in a
Jaden Daniels. So somebody gets Jaden Daniels in a second for Tua Fields 4 firsts in a second.
In a vacuum, like Fields is whatever, but like I mean,
In a vacuum, you take the 4 firsts, Tua and Fields.
Yeah. I mean, that 4 first rounders, are they all of the same year?
3 and 25, 1 and 26.
25 first, a 26
Oh.
first, and a 26 second.
If it's 325 first, yeah, I'm smashing the other side. Like I know Daniels is amazing, but like I mean, Fields will get the job done if he starts.
I love my son. He is adorable. He is everything to me. I would run him over as fast as I could to get to the basement to push accept on my computer on this deal if I had Jaden Daniels. That's insane.
Oh god. Yeah.
That's a lot. 4 first plus a quarterback that's going to come back eventually.
And even if you want to, and there are some Tua truthers and some Fields truthers out there. Even if you don't like Tua and Fields, you can get them for first. That's 6 firsts for Jaden Daniels, right? At a minimum.
Yeah.
Unreal.
And that gives you a lot more ammo. As much as I love Jaden Daniels or how good he looks, you can turn those 4 firsts into a lot.
You know? Whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right, are we done here? I gotta go, dude.
We're done here. Grandpa's got to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm so tired, dude. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Take care. Hey, Dan, if you're listening, it's a wellness check. I'm sure he's gonna take a look at this video. Just tag him.
All right, we'll do. All right, well that does it for us.
Right, hey, go Browns. Go Browns.
Go Bird. I want the Browns to win, so they fire Sirianni.
This is our year. Browns money line. Let's go. All right, see you guys. Bye.
All right, see you, man. That'll do it for us. Just Code and I here now as K Migs is off to bed. But that does it for us. I think that was a lot of fun. I almost wonder if we should explore doing this round 2 next week with somebody else, just because round 1 was easy. You know, like you look at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You look at that, and it's like just some pieces moved, but like nothing crazy changes so much. You know what I mean? I think the biggest jump we had was BTJ. You know.
Wait a minute. Did we like completely skip Odunze entirely? Is he not even on there?
Odunze stayed where he was, 106.
Did he? Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, so all the first rounders went in the first round again, and so I almost wonder if it'd be more fun to go back and look at round 2 and say who makes more sense. So
there, yeah.
And I'll plant my flag in the ground of Penix at 201. So so let's do that. Let's do that next week because I think this was a fun exercise, and I think it'd be even more fun in round 2. Maybe Morgan's a good guest for this because he's so passionate about his fucking shitholes in the 4th round.
Yeah, he knows his rookies.
But Kenny, I don't know if he can with football. I know he's very also strict almost, where he doesn't join us when it's football season for him. So
yeah, it'd have to be later in the year probably.
Yeah. So if there's anybody who's super passionate about this last rookie draft, Cam has a whole freaking process he does leading up to rookie drafts. Maybe Cam or anybody really. So I will reach out to Cam and harass him if I don't hear from anybody else who's super interested. Next week, round 2 of a rookie draft do-over where we take these 13 guys that you see on the screen now, wipe them away, and say who would you do at 201. And I think that'd be much more interesting or fun of a conversation. And we have another week of data points, right? So talking about Bucky Irving could change just because we might see more from him this week. Everybody's a believer in Polk now that May is in there. I need to look into why Corum's finally getting snaps. If Shakir's still out, does Coleman put it together this week? How does Rattler look after his week? So I think that does Braden Allen continue to do things after Salah's gone, or do they go fully to Brees Hall? I think that'd be a lot of fun. Tracy looked incredible after week 1. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So week 7, if anybody wants to join us, let us know. If not, I will harass somebody. Cam's probably my first candidate just because he's got a whole, I think he makes spreadsheets for his scouting. So that'd be fun. Any final thoughts, Code?
No, just go Birds this week. We need this dub.
Nope.
We need it bad.
Yeah, so this is heaven because if we lose, we fire Sirianni, and I'm happy. And if we win, then I think I'm happy still. So I think I'm okay. This will be the first game that I'm at peak for in a long time. Did you or anybody else watch that 4-minute drive that I was talking about with the Packers and Rams? I'm gonna make you watch it after this.
I was watching part of that game.
But did you watch the clinic?
No, I don't think I was able to.
I'm showing it to everybody that I can. I will show you off the stream. I've shown this thing to 4 different people now because it was an absolute clinic, and so I want to show you because I need to, and then we'll call it a night. But that does it for the stream. Thank you guys. Good luck this week. Fuck you guys. I won a game. We'll talk to you soon.